And literally as we stood up after the final bell, His Excellency said, "You need to come to my house and we need to talk about what we're going to do." And he said, "What do you think?" And I said, "I have to be honest, the biggest fight in boxing is Fury letting his feelings be known to Ngannou," which is true. He did stick it on him and it was a little bit scary for a while. A lot of big men in that room last night.
Charlotte Daly with Mel Sport Boxing. I'm joined by Eddie Hearn. Thank you for sitting down with me again.
No problem.
Here for Knockout Chaos, but we have to start by talking about that photo. We had Ronaldo, Ngannou, AJ all in the same room, and we're hearing that Fury was a bit like a wrecking ball when he came in.
Yeah, he was on great form last night, Tyson Fury. Obviously not fighting this week, but you know, I saw. I feel like I didn't know if what happened in the room stayed in the room, but there's already been some reports about Fury letting his feelings be known to Ngannou, which is true. He did stick it on him, and it was a little bit scary for a while. A lot of big men in that room last night, and AJ was kind of sitting in the corner just observing, and very surreal. You know, it's become almost tradition here in Saudi Arabia that a couple of nights before the fight, we go to His Excellency's house, and all the fighters from the card are in one room. So yeah, definitely unique, and it's almost like a last show of respect before it's wartime on Friday.
And in terms of them all being in the same room, was there any chat between Fury and AJ? Was there chat between AJ and Ngannou? Was there any conversations?
No, not really. AJ kept himself to himself. Fury didn't talk to him. He had a chat with Zhang. Obviously, he's friendly with Parker, but yeah, he was causing a little bit of mischief. But he was on good form. He was on very good form and looked well. Looked very fit. You know, considering now there's quite a bit of time to the fight, but he seemed very motivated to beat Usyk on May 18th.
And obviously we have you and Frank Warren in the same room again. It's happening more and more often. Do you feel like you guys have actually developed a friendship now other than just boxing?
Yeah, worryingly. I better not tell my old man, because you know they didn't really get on either, but my dad always said to me, you'll really enjoy Frank's company, and I do. You know, the first thing he said to me when I saw him this week was, "What a win for your boy in New York." You know, we share a passion for boxing. Like, we love the sport, we love the game, we love the business, we love to win. And although we're friendly and coming together, the 5v5 will be vicious out of the ring because we're desperate to win. Well, we don't want to. I can't lose to Queensberry, and vice versa. I know. So, yeah, it's going to be really competitive and fun, and we've got a lot planned for the launch of that massive event.
Well, before I ask you about the 5v5, obviously AJ's last performance against Otto Wallin was a bit of a boxing masterclass. We were expecting him to fight Wilder afterwards, didn't happen because of the Parker result. Do you think that Wilder and Parker result almost took some pressure off AJ going into his fight, that he could almost relax?
I think probably more like it would scramble your brain. Like, the whole week we were getting the deal done. He wanted it so badly, we finally got it. It was signed. We're announcing it in the ring, and he's got to watch this massive fight that had been signed just slip away from him. So I think if anything, it would bring you down, you know. But he's been through a lot in his career. Like, people talking about, oh, how was it mentally for AJ having Fury in the room last night? Like, don't worry about that. Like, he's ready to fight. So no, he wanted the Wilder fight desperately. Still does, to be honest with you. But you know, obviously, it wasn't the one to make next.
How did the Ngannou fight come around? Because I know, first of all, you weren't a big fan of the Fury-Ngannou fight, and your mind was obviously changed on the night that they fought each other. Did you go looking for Ngannou, or did he come looking for you, or was it Turkey?
You know, we were sitting there when Joseph Parker beat Deontay Wilder, and then AJ beat Wallin. I was just like, what are we going to do now? And literally, as we stood up after the final bell, His Excellency said, "You need to come to my house and we need to talk about what we're going to do." And he said, "What do you think?" And I said, "I have to be honest, the biggest fight in boxing is Joshua against Ngannou." I said, "You saw what he did against Fury. They're two colossal men. And it will be brutal and it will be exciting." And he picked up the phone, he phoned Francis Ngannou.
Of course he was going to say yes.
Yeah, and then we got the deal done with AJ. That's how it works out here. And that's why it's so good for boxing, that you can just instantly make those kind of fights. And you know, I went to AJ well before the Fury fight with Ngannou, and because Francis approached me about fighting AJ, and I said to AJ, "What do you think?" He went, "No, he's an MMA fighter. It's not really." And then obviously through the performance with Fury, gave him all the credibility. You know, double that up with His Excellency saying the winner of that fight is likely to fight the winner of Fury Usyk for undisputed. be a dream come true.
And now, no doubt, obviously, Francis Ngannou's debut was the best we've seen.
Yeah.
But do you think Fury underestimated him, or do you think it's a sign of maybe a decline in Tyson Fury?
I think he underestimated him. I don't think he was at his best. There may be a decline. But I know that Ngannou will be better for this fight. I mean, he has great self-belief, but there's no better way to improve your confidence than actually to do it. And there's no way that he can't have fought Tyson Fury the way he did and now go into the AJ fight full of confidence.
Yeah.
So he's going to be dangerous, but, you know, I think styles make fights, and I still look on paper and say, I don't believe that Francis Ngannou should be beating these guys. But in this division, with strength and power and belief, anything can happen.
And in terms of the fight itself, AJ said that he's been watching kind of old interviews of Ngannou and really trying to work out Ngannou's mental headspace. Do you think that's a big factor for the fight, that it's almost whoever gets hit first, how they mentally respond to it more so than... Because they're both two massive
it's pretty
guys.
deep. I mean, sometimes when you get hit like that, I don't know how you can think, you know. But understanding your opponent, you know, the psychological warfare, sometimes plays just as big as part. And with AJ, it's just about being confident and comfortable with what you're doing. And Ben Davison and Lee Wiley have done a great job. We saw that in the Otto Wilding fight. He knows what to do, and he's pretty good at going out and executing a game plan he believes in. And I think he's in a good space.
Now, I know you're going to hope that he doesn't hit the canvas at any point, but if an upset like the Tyson Fury fight happens, do you think he has the ability to get up like Tyson? Because I've spoke to even Frank Warren about the way that Tyson got up against Deontay Wilder. Do you think AJ can get up in that manner?
Yeah, because it's like people forget. You know, people talk about, I don't know about AJ's chin. Go and watch AJ's fights. Like, he's got a good chin. And when you talk about getting up, go and watch the Klitschko fight in the sixth round, when he got up from probably the biggest right hand I've ever seen. Go and watch the Ruiz fight, where he was concussed and got up about 4 times off the deck and never quit. Like, he's got plenty of guts, but sometimes when you get hit, you can't get up, and that's actually what he's got to do against Ngannou. Like, Ngannou will get up for as long as he can get up, but you got to hit him hard enough so he don't get up. So whilst he can get up, he will always get up. But in this division, and you know, we know the fight is called Knockout Chaos, and it will be on Friday night. Well,
with Knockout Chaos, I wonder, do you think that adds another pressure? Like, do you think that they may potentially start to divert from the game plan because it's everyone's expecting a knockout, one of us has to do it, sort of thing?
No, I think once they get in there, like, it will play out the way. I think it might be tentative for the first round or two, because if you're AJ, you want to, like, again, it's the unknown. Let me just see what this guy is all about. And if you're Ngannou, it might be like the same. Well, he's very good. I just want to, you know. And really, you want the pace to be fast, because I think Ngannou will gas. I don't think he's used to these championship rounds. So, but if you fight at a fast pace, it's also dangerous because you're going to be engaging a lot. So I don't know what to do. It's just weird.
Who knows? And with that 5v5, obviously you're not going to go into full detail because I know there's going to be a big reveal, but what can you tell us at the moment?
Well, I can tell you, it looks like this week we will choose 2 weight classes. Frank will choose 2 weight classes. His Excellency will choose 1 weight class. And he doesn't want anyone to know who the picks are. Not even me, Frank, the fighters, until the big reveal in London. You just have to pick your best fighter from that weight class to face off against Queensberry. And I can't wait. Some of the ideas we've got are wild, so you're going to love it.
That's going to be brilliant, I can imagine.